Guys, today's vlog is for all my beginner sewists, especially you that has been following my channel and watching all of them tutorials, but you have never really tried making any one of them before just because you're just a little bit too scared. You know, it's you I'm talking about. Yes, you. And especially you also that has actually really been sewing for yourself, but you have never tried venturing into sewing for other people because you don't think you are good enough to sew for other people. Well, here I am saying I've been there and I know how you feel. I've once been in that position, and quite a lot of established people also know how you feel. And because nobody started out being all professional and all of that, nobody started out being confident and knowing what to do. And I can even confirm to you that when I first started my clothing brand, giving people prizes was like a big headache for me. Talking about charges with my clients was something that made me very anxious. But that's a story for another day, guys. So today let's focus on helping you grow your sewing confidence. And guys, here are 5 ways I was able to grow out of that fear of sewing for myself and sewing for others, and ultimately building up my sewing confidence. First and foremost, sew a lot for yourself. I know that sounds a bit somehow, but then in this life, when you're starting a new thing, the first step to take is to take that initial bold step. Everything else comes after that. So try to take your eyes off that fear and start sewing. From simple designs to complex ones, just keep cutting and sewing. Nobody is even going to know if it comes out well or not, and even if it doesn't come out well, there are lessons to be learned from that failure. And I know that if you do something today, like for example you make a cloth today and you forget to impute a dart into it, obviously you're not going to make that same mistake next time you're trying to make that cloth. That's why it's advisable to just keep sewing whatever it is you see, whatever tutorial or whatever idea or design you see that you want to try. Just go for it and try it, and from there you can objectively work towards getting better. And chances that if you make one mistake today, I'm sure you won't make the same mistake next time. This will help you grow more in knowledge. So just keep cutting and sewing till it becomes a part of you. Tip 2, buy lots and lots of fabric. Even a tailor or a designer, if you don't have like countless or a gazillion amounts of fabrics in your stash, there's nothing like having too many fabrics, especially when you're just starting out. This will literally expose you to knowing how different fabrics work and what to do when you're working on them. So for example, let's say you have silk in your stash and you're planning to make a really nice silk dress out of the fabric, but after sewing you will find out that the silk dress doesn't come out nice or didn't come out nice, and it has like wonky seams on it. My guess is that you're going to want to find ways to get out or to not make that type of mistake again in the future, and that is you building your experience working with that fabric. So even if it's chiffon, it's crepe, it's silk, whatever type of fabric you can think of, as long as you have it in your stash and you have already tried working on them before anybody else even brings that fabric to you, you already know what to do when sewing with those types of fabric. And even if you don't know what to do, you're practicing on your own with those type of fabrics. You can always check, find out online how to work with those fabrics before you venture into trying it with other people's fabrics. And that is how you become a badass working with different types of fabric. So buy and buy and buy and keep buying. I know this will involve spending quite a lot of money, but the end justifies the means, really. And you alone know how much your growth as a dressmaker or a tailor is worth to you, and I'm guessing you really want to be good at it. So sis, you have to spend. There are really no two ways around it. Let's take that confidence level a notch higher, and now you really need to start sewing for others. You can start with your siblings, your friends, family friends, close relatives, whoever, whichever. I'm sure all of them have different body shapes and wear different sizes. This will help you build your confidence sewing for people who are not like you. Because guys, I'm a size 8. Now imagine if I never tried sewing for my mom who is a size 14. How would I have been able to manage sewing for people who are like size 16 and above? I can remember pouncing on all my mom's fabrics that year before I went to fashion school, and some of those fabrics I completely destroyed and some of them I did justice to. So it kept going on and on and on like that. Later I started sewing weekly church outfits for one of my family friends who had like a really big bust, and that was how I learned how to sew for people that are like that or with body shapes like that. So guys, you need to start sewing for other people if you have not tried it before. Tip 4: know when to rest or take a break. Whenever a project or a particular design starts frustrating you, just dump it somewhere. Pick up a book or a nice movie or whatever it is you do for leisure and just relax. Give yourself some time and pick it back up and have another go at it with fresh eyes. And that is exactly what I do. When a cloth or a particular design starts frustrating me, I literally used to fling it out of my sight with force. While saying to myself like an African auntie, I didn't come to this life to suffer. So dramatic, but then that's what I do. Then I just stand up and do other things. When I pick the clothes back up and look at it with fresh eyes, 95% of the time I'm usually able to navigate myself out of that problem, because I'm not as frustrated anymore and probably can now see where the problem lies and how to salvage the clothes. Tip 5: join sewing communities. Join sewing Telegram groups, subscribe to your favorite sewing YouTube channels where you get to learn different trendy styles or designs that you can make for yourself. You can start by subscribing to my channel if you have not already done so before, and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any of my new videos when I drop them. If you have to pay for sewing courses, just go ahead to do it, and I can assure you, you won't regret it, because nobody ever regrets spending on their own personal growth or personal development. It all adds up towards helping you become a better you. Lastly and finally, this is a bonus point: learn to motivate yourself already. I can tell you for sure it won't be easy, cause the road to success is almost never easy, and we all know Rome wasn't really built in one day. So if you don't know how to do something now, there is always another day and another day and another day and another opportunity to keep trying. And if you are able to put that fear aside and just go for it while following all of these tips, the feeling is one of the best in the world. It's like being high. I've never been high, but I'm guessing it's like being high. And I don't know about you, but when I do something that I've never done before, or I'll overcome a challenge that I've been trying to like overcome for ages, once I achieve whatever goal I set for myself, I'm always very, very, very excited. You start feeling like there is nothing you can't do, like impossibility doesn't exist in your life, and that translates into other parts of your life and makes you a more rounded human being. And that ends it today, guys. If you have any other tips on how to help people build their sewing confidence, please type it in the comment section. I would really love to hear from you. Also, check out these 2 sewing tutorials on your screen if you haven't yet seen them before. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.